what I'm thinking recently is the difference of the humor and how I can make foreign people, non-Japanese people, laugh. Just translating Japanese jokes into English doesn't work because of the difference of the cultural backgrounds.
Yeah.
あえてそのまま訳してもいいかもしれないね。Maybe you can be direct and just try to.
Sometimes the translation works, but it's kind of exceptional. For example, when I was in college back in Kyoto when I was 18 years old, when I was around 20 years old, I did part-time job as a tourist guide in Kyoto. I was guiding foreign peoples guiding around Kyoto, and this is how I did then. Yeah? Hello, I'm Mr. Ueda. You can learn my name by mnemonics like Mr. Ueda. Wait a minute. 面白い or what I think is Mr. Ueda's weather forecast.
I'm not sure if that's area like that works, but as long as you sound confident, I think people may laugh. I think.
I am Japanese as far as I know, and I have no children. As far as I know.
That's funny.
Now on your right hand side, you can see fingers.
That works, I think. That one works.
The tallest one is the middle finger. So this is the translation of the Japanese jokes done by the Japanese comedian Yamada Kuniko. So this translation sometimes works, and on top of that, you can give the vocal variety and think, Kaz, you're experiencing the making speech at the Toastmasters Club, and you're learning how to make your speech better, like vocal variety. And putting a critical pause or the variety of the facial expression and eye contact, right? I think, in my hypothesis, I think you can apply those principles into making things laughable.
I think so. I agree.
For example, I think it's a very simple sentence. This is a pen. This is a pen. This is something you learn when you start learning English when you're in junior high school, right? Nothing special about it and nothing funny about it. And you can turn this simple sentence into something really funny by combining those principles to make speech better.
That's right. I didn't really get it. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, you are reading your speech almost.
Okay, this is a pen. This is a pen. Okay, I try to turn this very simple sentence into something laughable. Okay.
Got it.
This is a pen.
It's funny. I think that's funny.
Isn't it funny?
Yeah. Just by using
Or something you can do is a impersonation of the celebrity who are globally known, like President Reagan. My fellow Americans. There's no saying we've all heard. Or like British gentlemen. Mr. Holmes, would you have some cup of tea? おもろないかこれ。
面白い。まあ今
受けて
みたいに自分の世界をぐわーっとこう披露するっていうのが、ね、英語の会話の盛り上がり方だと思うよ。逆に漫才っていうのは掛け合いだよね、2人でね。
R1 と M1 と R1 の違いね。
何やそれ。
こういうの M1 と M1 っていうのは漫才じゃないですか。R1 っていうのは一人で喋る落語の R ですよね。
なるほどね。In English, I think we call it stand-up comedy, and it is very common. And that's like English way of 盛り上がり方, sharing your own world.
Like George Carlin. I have many hypotheses. I think the tone of language is in proportion to the latitudes of the globe. You know what I mean? The tone of language is in proportion to the latitude of globe.
難しいこと言うね。
Yeah, so by that I mean, you go north in the northern area. It's really cold.
Cold.
It was really cold.
Cold.
What happened? Cold. Okay, what happened to your muscle? It's really cold.
Muscle.
It becomes tense, not relaxed. So the tone of language has become really tense.
In the north area of Japan or what?
In the globe. So latitudes. So the tone of language is in proportion to the latitude of globe. So give you an example. North Korea. Okay, North Korea. Now it's cold. It's cold. So for example, you listen to the propaganda broadcasting coming from the North Korea. You're living in Japan. So, 우리 민족의 언어가 토요석의 능계기는 7세기에 삼국도에서 마련되었다. So it's a really cold area. The things become tense. So the tone of language has also become tense. Now, if you go to China, it's a large continent, but it comes in the middle. It's like 从前有个人叫人家看见一个老和尚水里，练山地不要以为自己。And so if you go down south, way down south, like Thailand, it's really hot country. You become really tired if you speak languages. So it becomes really loose. So I think in my hypothesis, so the tone of language is in proportion.
赤道を越えたらどうなるんですか? What if you cross the 赤道? What is it?
That's something under research.
Equator?
Equator. That's under research. So I think they might have because they become looser if you go down south.
It's like in the United States, if you go to the south, then southern becomes more relaxed and slower. So that probably is consistent with that theory, I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah. In Japan either. Even in Japan, I guess Kyushu, Okinawa, maybe it's slower, it's more relaxed. おじゃけんこげな感じだけどね。あんまりはいは喋れんよね。でも
適当に言うてるだけですから、
今面白い。That was a really funny story, I think.
笑ってへんやん。起きれへんやん。
心の中で笑っとった今。
ほんまかいな。寒いよな。寒いですね。
日本語だったらその途中でこうね、ちゃちゃ入れるわけですけども、英語は自分の世界を披露するわけだから、それをね、しに来とったわけよね。相手の。
そう。
だから、それがコツじゃないかな、思うんだけどね。
なるほどね。
英語では自分の世界を延々と披露して、聞くときは聞く
ね。ね、これ録音してるの？
録音しとるよ。
なんかね、あんまり長くなるするとみんな聞く方も嫌になるしさ。
この辺そこさ。
一回切って、また録音するんやったら分けた方がいいんちゃうかな。
じゃあ今が切るね。はい。
今日
のゲストは、ケントさんと、上田明と上川でした。はい。
If you want a cookie, people have to subscribe to this channel. You get a cookie per subscriber. Okay? Ask people to subscribe to this channel.